The family experiences another devastation, and Andy has a really big debt to pay. Stay tuned right here on the Star After Show.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I remember I was there for you bitches.
She was upset.
She mad.
She mad.
She on Cardi B levels
She
of
tried
anger.
it. Yeah.
Azalea Banks, maybe.
I like her attitude.
Somebody.
That's a very high
No, that is
Okay, Cardi B. We'll bring
final
it back to
level.
Cardi. Okay.
That's like
She's at Cardi B levels. All right.
That's level 10.
Just gonna hit you up a little bit.
Yo.
Talk about you.
Thanks, y'all, for joining us here for the Star After Show. I'm your lead host, Ivanna, and unfortunately, Raquel will not be able to finish with us. So we have Drew here with us. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Introduce yourself and the rest of the panel. What's going on, y'all?
Okay, well, you guys know I'm your girl, Shawna O, and this episode right here had me going, honey. Let me tell you that.
It's Jill Munroe, and
Hey.
you know we're gonna have to take a moment of silence for Hayil.
Oh,
Church
I
finger.
ruined it.
Church finger.
Yes. Oh, Hayo, rest in peace.
But I'm glad
Man.
that he was able to do something with him, you know, with,
I'm telling you.
with his life.
So I mean, there were so many separate elements, but they really all tied in together, which I truly appreciated. So I do want to tackle Star is going to be first, and then you know, Noah's, his issues, Andy and Angel. I have a really big question to ask y'all, and then of course Carlotta and Hayo. We can't forget that, and Hayo's last words to her. Oh, my heart. Okay, so what were some of y'all's overall thoughts on the episode?
Hayil's last words, I was like, if this is not the most man-ass thing you could do to be vulnerable and then just die.
In this moment, literally on your deathbed? Like,
Yeah.
wow, thanks.
We gonna do this now?
I love you too,
25
boo.
years later.
Hello.
Better late than never.
Girl, these
No.
men can never get right.
Take that to your grave.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Don't have me grieving over what could have been.
Right.
After you just did
Because
what you
that
did
right,
with
because that
other
makes the
women.
whole grieving process totally different now with
Yes.
that being the last thing you say. Like,
I
God,
was the
dog.
one.
But
So-
you know, to be fair, she was over there caressing and holding his hand and being there for him, Mrs. Rivera. So she was doing her part without him even dying yet. So
Yeah,
she was.
well,
I think she was feeling that
trying
love.
to make sure he's comfortable. You got to help them with their transition, you know. But so with Star, it started off with her feeling like, you know, everybody wants to quit, and she's on her own. Which in many ways she actually is, like, on her own, and she's gonna be starting her own career path for sure. And so she gets with Maurice, which Maurice, we already knew that he was gonna try and single out Star and make her the one, and not Alex. Which, I mean, who didn't see that coming? So the diss track, which is what we just played at the top of this episode here of our after show, what did y'all make of it? I mean,
The diss track was
it's her
fire.
I thought it was horrid.
she was name dropping. I was like, okay.
Noah was my bae first. We'll claim it then.
She
Girl,
said,
some
she
issues.
said that was my hand. Okay. Remember that thing happened when there was like the white girl's hand?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was like,
that's
"Y'all cheat." She said that was my hand, baby.
She did not come to play, but I'm not mad at her for wanting to go kind of solo, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, they should all go solo.
You think?
well, I don't even think
I don't think
Simone-
Simone doesn't want to go
Yeah,
solo.
Simone
She doesn't want that
doesn't
for
care.
herself.
She
Alex
just
should be
there.
solo, and Star should just try it. Like, yeah, be solo.
I think they should do the B and Kelly thing where it's like, you know what, we're Destiny's Child, but I'm Beyonce, I'm Kelly Rowland, like I'm Michelle.
That would
I
work.
was gonna say you weren't gonna include
I'm Michelle. You know Michelle went solo too,
Yeah.
so but they still have the group. I mean, why
I don't
not?
disrespect Michelle. She's a Broadway
I brought her
actress.
in.
Michelle be doing it.
Gospel
She out here.
album. She got a ring now too.
Yes, she
I have
does.
to remember that she had a solo album because I'm not really on top of the gospel albums, but I do know that she has done her thing. So no disrespect. If Beyonce love you, baby, you my favorite.
She's huge.
She's
in
still
the
got a
gospel
job.
sector, she's huge.
Yeah.
And she still has a job.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
then
she
she can
does.
pop up with Beyonce at
Just for
Beychella and
Super Bowl or
I say Beachella,
or
but,
you know Beachella,
maybe.
whichever one.
She's living-
and make
she's
another
living the life.
coin and then go back home. Like,
Right.
that's amazing.
Gotta love her.
Look at God.
Look at God.
But I love Take 3, and I think they should stay together and still do their own projects or whatever, and not be jealous of each other. Just, I mean, promote each other, support each other.
I mean, it all ties back to these men that keep.
the downfall for every female girl group. Sorry,
Hello, these men's.
that's ever been created. There's always a problem related to a man.
Or money,
Always.
right? Man
No,
and money.
it's a man.
It
it's, I
is.
mean, there's money problems with
I
everybody.
can't think of a
but
group that has
man-
not had male
The
issues when they broke
Supremes.
up.
TLC had their issues because, you know, well, yeah, you know, when Chili got with Dallas and there was creative conflicts because they felt like Chili was trying to take certain liberties because of Dallas and she didn't want to do this. And, you know, yeah, it all.
Always, yeah. And we see at the end, you know, they kind of make nice with each other. And then she calls Maurice to say, hey, don't drop the track. But Maurice, he's thinking about his own career.
Nasty.
He hangs up with her and he calls somebody else. And he's like, hey, I need y'all to drop it. Yes, calls Natalie and says, I need y'all to drop this track.
It's over.
I think the resistance that
and
she
it is
gave
over
him
because
made
now
him do
that he broke up with Carlotta, he's not really gonna have loyalty to anybody.
No, he's messy.
Yeah.
My thing with Star, though, is I feel like, Star, you kind of know who you're dealing with, and it's all
Yes,
fine
she
and well
does.
that you guys have talked it out, but I think you let them know, hey, I recorded this diss track.
What's interesting about Star, she is so like, just say it to my face, blah blah blah. Like, I'll be upfront with me, but she is one of the most like shady. Like, she does not do confrontation whatsoever.
Yeah,
She's
very
always-
overly sensitive.
Yeah,
she
very
can't handle it.
She could have easily like nipped it in the butt because like I think Alex and Simone know how Star. I think everyone knows how Star is. So obviously the diss track is not ideal, but at least they would have been prepared for it.
Well, we know it's gonna blow up in their face when it does finally
Yeah.
crack.
Because and we saw within the last episode where she dropped that article on Scoopish.
Oh yeah.
So there's that issue. I mean, there's the article that dropped on Scoopish, and then this diss track. Like, this is gonna set her career up just for herself. Like, she's ready to go solo.
Everybody
this is
loves
it.
a bad girl.
Yeah, they do. That's crazy. But we also have a live read from you all before we finish on to everybody else and their issues. What's going on?
Yes. If you want to have fun, learn, and grow in all aspects of your life, we've got the podcast for you. Conversations with Maria Menounos podcast edition drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of life, from health and wellness to career, finances, and more. Let our Maria be the big sister you've always wanted. Just head over to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. And when you get over there, make sure to let them know that it was us, the Star Panel, that sent you guys there. Don't forget, Conversations with Maria Menounos, Friday, dropping. Check it out.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you got this memorized by now. She am.
It is.
I can't. She's a professional. So Noah and his drinking habit.
It's getting out of control.
It is, clearly. So really quickly, how do y'all feel about Alex switching seats with Noah?
I was yelling at the TV when we were watching. I was like, "Don't you do it! Don't you do it!"
And then
I
I was
wasn't
like,
surprised.
I would.
As soon as the shot of the window slowly rolling down, I'm like, it's gonna be Alex.
Of course.
Oh, but it's like she's so young. I'm like, don't do that.
What's frustrating about it is like you're lucky that he didn't see it and you were able to smoothly do it. But just like, I'm sorry, you're not even like, you're not that serious with him yet. You're just happy to just like switch seats. That's a crime. Like,
Yeah.
you could have completely messed up your own career and like you're so okay with doing that, and it just kind of goes more into why I think it's okay that Star is going to go solo, because like you're not even really thinking about what's best for you. Yeah, you're too busy being crazy in love and acting stupid.
What are you about to say, Jill? Because you got some.
No, I'm just like, Alex needed. But I mean, then it would have been drama either way because Noah Brooks being arrested for driving drunk. It's just, Noah needs to get a hold of himself. He's very codependent and he's blaming all of his issues. We'll see. Maybe he'll be happy now that we find out he's going on tour. But
I don't know.
I feel like when you're in a dark place, it's like, it's
You're
almost
gonna
like
keep
people who think
spiraling.
that money is going to help them and save their whole life, and then they get money and they're just like, wait a minute. It's just going to intensify who you are as a person, and I think Noah really needs some rehab and some time apart. If I was Alex, like I said, I would have jumped in the seat, and maybe that's because of all the tension going on, all these people, white people calling cops on black people just randomly for things like leaving and not
Oh, so you
waving
would
and
have switched
smiling.
seats?
I would have switched seats for sure, because I don't have time to have a black man's blood on my hands, and it's no guarantee that that's not what was going to happen, especially Alex doesn't necessarily have like a record like that. And although I do see you guys' point of view about her career, I just feel like, the
I
way
couldn't
that he
screw
was
up my
drunk,
career.
I mean,
for him.
I totally understand,
happened.
like, due to the time and everything that's going on, like, you know, police relations are a concern. But in that situation, that's something that Noah's put himself into.
Yeah.
And
I was
I'm not
surprised
saying
he-
he deserves any police brutality whatsoever, but, like, I just don't think it's fair that to put it on Alex that she should have done it, because it's like he's selfish. He doesn't think about anyone but himself. He constantly lashes out. Like, if all that would have gone down for him, he kind of deserved it, because he's not.
Right, he did it.
Yeah, he's not respecting his career.
I agree.
One way or another, he's going down.
Yeah.
Because
I would have left him. I mean, although I don't think Alex should have done it, but I think that I would have done it. I would have done it, and then I would have been like, all right, well, that right there, just so you know, that was your save card, your get out of jail free card. That's also our breakup now.
And
ironically, really trying to be on.
And
go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say, and ironically, Ivanna was calling him to give him some good news about his career, what he's been waiting on.
At the same time,
We about
that
to say
goes to
I was
show.
just going to say there, maybe she was like, okay, we're on our way to the funeral. That would be more drama added to the funeral had he have gone to jail and we don't make it to the funeral. I understand why she did it. It's just like hot mess.
Exactly. I understand why she did it, but I'm just tired of him. He's toxic to her, and I want her to pick up on it and to, like, not necessarily even go back to Derek. I just want Alex to focus on her for like 5 minutes and prosper.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that he's manipulative, or do you think that he's just living his life? He's not trying to do anything malicious. It's just coming off that way.
He's codependent. I feel like he's just
manipulative in a sense.
Things are not going what he feels his way, so he's lashing out on the person that's close to him, and his expectation is she be there to prop him up.
Yeah, because in the beginning, earlier in the episode, we saw that he was like getting interviewed by Ivanna. They had this little club set up or whatever, and he got upset with Alex, and he felt like she didn't have his back. And I'm like, dude, he wants her to just like carry him almost. And like you said, he is codependent, and it's really hard for him to just be on his own and be himself. I don't think he knows how to be alone.
He doesn't want a girlfriend. He wants like a momager.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, preach.
And it
That's
doesn't
many,
help.
many
It doesn't
men
help
out
when
here.
Alex switches seats with him and covers his ass. That doesn't help. But, ugh, yeah.
No, it doesn't help though for him to go to jail either. So it's one of those things where you're just like, ugh, it's just.
I don't even.
Honestly,
I
you
don't
just gonna
wanna-
have to go to jail.
I was gonna say I don't even.
You
I
could
don't-
just go to rehab instead of jail.
Yeah, I don't want jail to be the answer.
I
but
don't
think
want it to.
He needs to hit rock bottom so that he can because
Pick
right
himself
now, like, people around him are allowing him to blame them for his own issues, and so he's still in his mind justifying everything he's doing.
Yeah.
Because he's like, well, she's taking it and she's doing it, so clearly on some level she does think it's her fault.
Whew, Noah,
Golly.
you need therapy, baby, because
So
we need
irrit-
therapy after trying to talk about you.
I know, I got a headache now.
Right. Like, I'm tired. Also, in that one part where Andy, calls Angel about Hayel in the hospital, and I felt really bad that I'm switching over now. And I felt really bad that they didn't really get the chance to just like have an open and honest conversation as family, because Angel really felt like Hayel had left him and he wasn't there for him and stuff. Speaking of like being alone and not having people there for you, that seems to be like the common theme in this episode, is people feeling alone and they just rush to do something and they're not having the conversations. They're not saying, hey, you hurt my feelings. Hey, I feel alone right now. It's just, let me show you how I feel, and this just, you take it however you want, and that really touched my heart. What was his last words to him, Angel and Hayel? Their last conversation was just like,
he told him, like, did he say you're dead to me, or did he say like
something
"See?"
like that?
or
He
something
cut him
like
off
that?
last week.
Yeah. So I know he's ridden with guilt, and for him to have to deal with
Ridden with guilt and locked up.
right. You guys speak on it. He's ridden with guilt and something else.
Locked up.
yeah, I know.
The DACA stuff. I just
That hurt me so bad.
at the
because-
funeral.
Yeah, like really,
It
like
was
you can't even let him
so
load
much-
the casket
And
in.
I get it that we've seen all types of situations and family separations, but I'm just like, come on, man.
Yeah,
I think what's so frustrating about it is, like, this is a drama. It's a TV drama, but that probably right there was the most realistic thing from the show. Was like, that's something that very much happened.
I was say, because DACA doesn't care what you're doing; they
No.
will pop up on you.
I was
But I'm
gonna
just
say,
like,
I went to high school with a girl, and they took her parents in the middle of her wedding.
Oh my god, that is
So-
so freaking. I mean, listen.
Like, crazy.
take you out your home. Well, they bust up in your home, take you out your home.
They're waiting outside people's elementary schools when they're trying to go pick up their babies.
Setting up traps and like fake events and stuff to get you.
What?
I can't.
Okay,
girl,
so this is a bit much for me. I felt overwhelmed by the reaction from Simone.
DACA is aggressive,
and I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah.
Well, ICE. I should say ICE. DACA.
Sorry, DACA. But yes,
DACA's
ICE is aggressive.
Yeah.
DACA
was what was
trying to say
ICE.
right.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry about this happening to Simone because I feel like first it was Karen that kind of like went away from her and that was her love, and then now Angel is gone. She just said, I can't do this anymore, and I don't know if that means she's about to be depressed and not doing anything, or is she like, listen, this music life is not for me. I need to get into something calmer that I can just rely on.
She's gonna start smoking again, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know what her demons are gonna
Manifest.
be. Yeah, and how they're gonna arise again.
He'll be out.
We'll get into
He'll
that
be
one
out by
too.
next season.
Yeah, we'll see. We do have an iTunes live read for you guys.
Now, you know that we're available for downloads on iTunes. So
Yes.
if you can't watch us or you want to listen again on your way to work or, working out, whatever you're doing, make sure that you head over to iTunes to the AfterBuzz TV podcast and download the star one. And this is very important, leave us 5 stars.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you're watching on YouTube, leave us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. We love you. Mwah.
Wow.
All right, now back to the focus.
Okay, so another person who's also feeling alone is Andy because he's got a big old debt to pay now, don't he? He stole 15 G. Now, okay, it's really hard to see all that money laid out on the table, and I would have been tempted too. Would y'all have stolen anything though?
No.
No.
Y'all never would have stolen
Tempted,
anything for her?
because it's like, this is dirty money. Like, you can get this back in a day, but
The temptation, I totally get it, but you just don't act on it. Jesus.
not
You-
from
let me explain why. She's a drug dealer.
Oh, so you didn't even gotta explain why.
Yeah, like it's just very simple. She's a drug dealer. I
Hello.
value my life. I value my limbs. I don't want to be involved in that kind of
I'm young.
debauchery. You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
this career
I don't want to
popping.
deal with a bullet or with jail, so I'm good. Keep it.
But see,
My family's rich. I'll go get another
Hello.
internship.
Yo.
And they can donate to the cause.
Okay, let me have rich white parents. I'm not stealing 15 G's from a drug dealer, girl.
I think Andy had no idea how intense she was. Like, I really don't. I think he was just like, she'll never know.
You ain't listening to no
read
trap
the
music.
signs, though.
But look
It's
how
all
square he
there.
is,
But that's
though.
what I'm. Yes, he is very square, and that's why
He's
I'm like,
square, but he's
not
listened to
street
trap
smart.
music. He said he don't. I don't know. I'm just like, what do you think?
I
What do
think
you
he's
think's gonna happen?
never felt desperation like a lot of the
True.
cast has,
And that's the loneliness.
Yeah, and so money to him isn't. I mean, obviously he's struggling right now because he gets cut off, but like money to him, yet at least isn't really like an issue. So to him, he's like, okay, I'm just gonna take this, but to Cassie, like
You
that's
start seeing
like
people.
her livelihood. So I don't know, man. He's messy.
He reacted to that death, honey. That's what he
Yeah.
reacted
So
to
he
right
stole
now.
the money, and then now he's out with Hayel talking.
But how did Cassie figure it out? And then why did she just waste one of her good people, even though?
She probably figured it out after the fact, which is why that's what I gather. I'm like, she figured it out after the fact. She just, shoot first, ask questions later, I guess. Walker told us.
You know what?
Yeah, and so Hayel gets shot. And that would have been, I think right there in that moment, it really set in like what he's done and the snowball effect that has now occurred. Because now he has to go through all this. He still ain't gonna tell anybody that the bullet was for him. None of that. Now we gotta bury Hayel. And I think you had said it too. I was thinking that the same time you were saying it, I'm like, as soon as Hayel passes, he's gonna be the donor for the kidney to Jaden, and I freaking knew it.
This girl right here is definitely on the inside.
Yeah.
Not yet. No, it's like maybe season 3. Yeah, so he leaves, a legacy in his path, perhaps more legacies.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, so into that too. But I was wondering too, because the sequence of her like patching him up, and I'm like, this almost doesn't seem real from a gunshot wound, like that high power gun. You can't just patch him up in the kitchen and just like wrap him up and that's it. And then like there was a sequence.
Apply pressure, so she applied pressure.
That wasn't and then because then like they're loving on each other, and there's this one part where they like have sex and everything, and so it almost looks like they're about to be all good, and then it comes out of that sequence, and he's actually on the operating table or whatever, and they're trying to help him out. But I just knew it. I'm like, I know this isn't real. But and then when he wakes up, that's whenever he's like, Carlotta, you've always been the one.
Listen,
Lottie.
I love you. I love you.
that made me so angry. It was I can't. It
No,
made me
just
so
say it,
angry.
yeah.
I was like, really, really, really.
Really,
You know
dude?
what cried though?
You
She
used
felt
your
it.
last breath to go ahead and mess up my whole life.
Yo, everything.
He wanted her to know, in case she ever doubted it, that, she was the one.
She shouldn't have doubted because he always comes back.
I say he went out being exactly who he always was.
And they said it too when I was at his funeral, like, just not too long ago, he was just snorting coke and doing this. I'm like,
Jack.
yeah, like y'all gonna say this just right over his casket? Okay.
He down there like, I know.
Right.
Y'all know
Yeah.
Star's rude.
You said he's down there.
Oh.
I knew what you meant by
Ohio?
that, but yeah, that did come off a little.
Oops, sorry, Ayo. I think you went wherever you went.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on into some of the other parts too, of where we see Derek is walking with a cane, and I think him and Alex are like better now. They're on more speaking terms because he even
Look.
said too, it don't have to be so
They
awkward.
setting us up for Dallas, baby.
I get it. Life is short. Hayel just died. We know Derek almost died at the end of last season. Things are happening, but let them not be together or something. I'm like, pick one. Noah and
Yeah.
Alex, or Derek and Alex.
Alex or Daleks?
I'm
What's
not
it gonna
really
be?
for this love.
Triangle.
I don't even consider it a triangle because you got to throw Star and Noah in there, so I don't know what shape is that. That's
It's a
five.
square. Oh,
and then
is that a pentagon? Pentagon.
It's five.
Star's
Maybe
still
a
after
pentagon.
Noah. Star's still after Noah.
I mean, she
so I
said
think
that's Bay in the diss track.
Yeah,
so
she
that was how
is.
she was
She's
feeling.
Still, yeah, I would say she's still feeling away.
I just don't want
Yes.
her going over to Derek because I really like Derek. I think he's a good dude. And I don't want her bringing all her messiness until she figures her own mess out. I
Yeah,
want
because
him-
she brought the drama to Derek's
Yeah,
life.
he's out here with his cane looking all fine. He's like, yeah, it works now, so what's up? He's doing his own thing. I want you to leave him alone until you're ready.
But you can't say that because he
He-
said,
yeah.
whenever you need me, I'm here for real.
Well, 'cause-
and that for real, you guys, is loaded.
Well, 'cause
It
he
means
loves
for anything
her.
you need.
He loves her. He wasn't in the. He wasn't.
She
the one
better
who
go. If she knew what was right for him, she would go back to him. Sorry.
I mean, he didn't got
Yup.
a settlement check. Okay, he got a cane.
How much of that settlement check is left, though? Miss Ruby went on her little
Yeah,
shopping
what's
spree.
left,
We
yeah.
don't know what's left.
Yeah.
But he still was able to move out, right? So he's
For how long?
I want Alex to be alone for a minute. She clearly has some daddy and mommy issues. I want her to figure her mess out. She just keeps it cuter than the other ones, and so we forget about it sometimes. But she still has a lot of issues. I want her to work it out, and then you and Derek get back together because I like that. Noah is messy. He's fine, but he's messy.
So how do you feel if Noah goes through rehab and comes up like just
A new man.
shiny and clean?
I think even after rehab, he still needs to be on his own for a minute. This is
After
like,
rehab is additional
this
therapy.
is like what 23 plus years of him being a damn mess. He needs to have.
He's been to rehab before, though.
Yes, he
Yeah.
has.
6 months isn't going to change
yeah,
a
he
whole. He's got to walk the walk and talk the talk.
Well, let
He
me
needs
let
a
y'all
life
minute.
coach, somebody to like guide him through his
I got you,
life.
Noah.
But he's trying to use Carlotta.
But
for
not
that.
you, Drew. You
I'm
gonna
like,
take advantage.
No!
Carlotta's whole life might be
Never.
different now.
Yeah, that's
Do you know what I
true.
mean?
Well, it is, yeah.
She lost that. Her grandson saved. She
Yeah.
got full managership of all these
So,
groups.
and I want to touch into on that of Ivanna, on the way, and she's got like just a spare pregnancy test, like in the purse. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's what we do now. We carry around our pregnancy test. In
She
our
doesn't
purse.
know what she wants to do.
My petty.
If she,
You headed to a funeral, baby. Whatever you want to do, it ain't this right now.
What you gonna do? Throw it at his dead body?
that's what I was like. What are you doing with
Or
this,
stand
girl?
up and say,
She's
I
in
want
shock. So maybe she didn't want to throw it away and someone find it.
My
You
petty.
know, remember that's what happened with Moesha, and we still don't know.
We don't know.
True.
She
I guess
probably
we'll
just
never
couldn't
know.
believe it. Like, you know what? Let me look at this one more time to see if it says a plus or a negative.
What I couldn't believe is she got that $6.99 pregnancy test. I was like, you need to get clear blue. You're Ivanna. You got the money.
It did look cheap, didn't
Right?
it? I was thinking
like,
the same thing.
This
I'm like,
is the Walgreens brand.
She sent
pregnancy
her
test.
assistant, y'all. She knows she sent her assistant.
She's not sending her assistant to go buy that. Your
no,
assistant might tell
that's-
somebody.
she got to
You're
keep
right.
that to herself.
You gotta pick that up yourself.
Well,
Yeah.
Ivanna, I'm rooting for you. I like you. I think you can come out on top if you stop being so evil. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have an evil baby.
Ayanna hasn't been being evil this season.
No, she hasn't. But just
toned it down.
Karma doesn't really like forget. You know what I'm saying? It comes back around. So if you've
Well, I
been
thought
evil
she
before,
paid her karma off. Like that's why she did the Me Too thing.
Oh, that was enough. You're right.
Yeah.
You're
I
right.
mean,
She
I'm
did
not saying
that.
it was enough.
I
I'm
think
just saying.
so, but a lot of the a lot of the negative things, like it was fueled by her father too, and now that she's gotten back at her father and been able to create this whole movement within her industry, I think she's been able to like save
Make
herself.
amends.
Yeah,
Well, good for
She
her.
probably
I like
always wanted to have a child, no time for a man because she was a career woman.
well, this
so-
ain't the one either.
more of a legacy for Hayel.
But she's older, so
She
how
is.
many. She may not have a lot of opportunities or eggs.
I started thinking that
Opportunities and eggs.
Simone might go over there and become her little, like be a partner with her and help with this baby and just try to supplement her life with this, because Simone's always looking for someone to help. Like that's been her thing of just like, what are you going through?
I can't picture Simone trying to move back in with Iyanna.
I don't think
'Cause
Simone
she's
want to be
she's too
somebody's
toe
mom.
up. Yeah.
Simone want to be a wife.
Yes,
right
she
now.
does. Okay.
She,
She wants some stability.
I'm still trying to figure out how Hayel's kidney was good enough to go in Jaden after all that.
right,
Well,
all
never
the
got
coke
to
and the
the
alcohol
drugs.
and
Oh,
stuff.
right.
Like, I've
the
just been-
kidney of all
I've
of
just
them.
been
Yeah.
thinking about this the whole time. I'm like,
Yeah, like,
medically,
the
Wouldn't it be
kidney.
this
destroyed?
doesn't make sense.
Right. Oh, he has a kidney left?
Oh, you
That's
got
what I feel
kidney?
like. Right,
can
you
put
got
that in
kidneys
there?
now?
That ain't nothing but God.
Are you growing a kidney from the tissue? Is this some new procedure?
Like, how you still got kidneys left, my guy?
Somehow, some way. It's all-
Kidney filled with Henny. You need to calm.
Okay. Okay, that baby gonna be lit when he wake up.
Jaden's gonna wake up.
He already got an attitude, so he can do.
Okay, exactly. He don't need nothing extra. My
Mama
God.
on pills.
Yes.
I mean, well, no. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Iyanna. I'm just thinking about
No.
all the leftover parts of Hayel
too
that are just
much.
in random
Too
places,
much.
leaving.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna be handing over like
You see that
Henny,
baby?
Coke, stress,
That baby starts
depression.
crushing up Smarties and lining
Yeah,
up.
see?
You need to be
You
careful.
know.
Some questions.
You know. Okay, so back to Cassie, and then we can wrap this one up. But she says, "Give me my money, or next time we won't miss." To Andy, and she hands him
a bullet.
a cute little bullet.
And kisses him on the cheek like the Godfather.
She go, mwah. Oh.
Man.
That was
Evil
scary to me.
Brandy. Okay.
I love
I
it.
see
I
you,
love
Thug Life
this role that
Brandy.
she's playing. I freaking love it.
I think she's acting her butt off, and I've always been a fan of the scary, where it's like the children's music playing makes it scarier, or like a person who's being really nice makes it scarier to me, instead of somebody just being like rawr, because then I'm like, okay, I can deal with you. But Cassie, I don't know what she will do.
Yeah, you do. She'll put a bullet in you.
Okay.
Right.
You know what Cassie do. That's why you don't mess with
And
Cassie.
she
Right,
said,
actually, I
next
do know.
time we won't miss.
Yeah.
As if the point was to miss and scare
As if that was
him.
a warning shot or something.
Yeah.
Like,
And then she took a little jab, though. Did you guys hear it? She said, next time we won't miss and you won't be, what's the song they was singing?
you'll be in the box.
Going
Next
to
time
the
it'll be
king.
you in the
Yeah,
box.
you'll
Yeah.
be going to the
Going
king.
to the king, which is what they just sang at Hayel's funeral. So I
like-
thought, too soon. Ouch.
Yikes. Speaking of funerals, for our special segment, did you want to talk about Carlotta's funeral wig for our Carlotta's
You know
wig
what?
review?
I like the wig when he said, Carlotta, you've always been the one. I love you. And she said, like that wig
With the
gave,
chunks, the
with
colors, and the little
chunks and
curls.
with the- I mean, it shook when she cried, and I was like, Auntie, I'm with you.
So for Carlotta's wig review, what
So
do you
for
call
Carlotta's
that one?
wig review, are we? I ain't got no hair in the wig right now.
I can't whip them because then
Y'all,
I'll be
you
slapping
better not
people
whip
in the
yours. You gonna
face.
hit me in my face.
Okay. So tonight, that wig that happened with our dear young Hayel dying is Auntie Deborah. We call her Debbie for short because when people say Deborah, she gets really mad. Okay, she's still kind of young, but she holds her wig when she catches the Holy Ghost like doom 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 doom.
Girl.
Everyone knows that she will cry on cue if necessary. In front of the popos, in front of the pastor, anybody. She'll do it for you. And she will sing a hymn at any event, including a drink, a party with alcohol and things like that. She will stop the party and sing a hymn. All right, Auntie Deborah, we miss you, Hayel.
All right.
All right.
We don't have much for news and gossip, but we do want to shout out some of y'all fans because y'all are so
we have
faithful.
one thing though.
Oh, what
Star
is
was
it?
renewed for season 3.
Yes!
It was announced officially. So, all this dramatic death and destruction will lead to some newness and some
Some new
freshness
death and destruction.
some new characters. And we'll see is Take 3 still going to be a group or whatever.
Yeah, honestly, I love how they're incorporating everybody in from, Lee Daniels and the other writers and the showrunner. They're bringing in so many people from Black Hollywood, and I love it on Star and on Empire. And even for some of us, we think, oh, what happened to so-and-so, and what are they doing now? And then they pop up on these shows, and I love how they they reuse the characters constantly, and I truly appreciate bringing back Hollywood. I love it. I love it.
Love it too.
Bringing back
I was gonna
Black
say,
Hollywood.
I think Take 3 is probably gonna make it, and I hope that Take 4 is going to end up on the show. So pay attention.
Speak it. We change up so much.
I know.
So we do want to get into predictions, and then we're going to be done.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So I think we're going to start with you, Jill.
You're going to start with me?
Yes.
My predictions for the season finale, Take 3 will break up temporarily. You know, we might see them get back together next season, but Take 3 will definitely break up. Everybody's feelings going to be hurt from Star's diss track, but Star's is finally going to rise to a star-like level, so we'll see how that affects them. Carlotta is going to be reeling from the death of Hael, a little confused, a little out of control, but then she's going to try and throw herself back in and focus. We know that she's going to figure out what's going on with Andy and Cassie, and we saw those two guns drawn at each other, so I don't know if it's going to be some more bloodshed. That's your family. So,
But
yeah.
the mama didn't come, so maybe Mama Patty got to come down and really do it.
Christine.
Okay, those are some great predictions.
Maybe that's the purpose. It's only between those two sis, only between Cassie and Carlotta.
We'll see, because they always have something going on. Okay, well, for me, I'm going to start with Angel and Simone. I think that Simone, if Angel does not make it back, Simone is going to find a way to him. So I don't know if she's going to go out of town. I don't know if she's going to try to do some sneak stuff and try to get him out. I don't know. Right now she's hurt, but I think that she definitely loves her husband. Nalix, I think a breakup is in the works. It's coming. I see the intricacies of a little, like, breakup. But, I mean, I don't have anything against those two. I just want Noah to get it together, because right now he needs to, like they said, like you guys said, he needs to go alone. Carlotta's good. I feel like she's gonna come out of it, like you said. She's gonna come out of it like she always does. She's the strongest of the whole entire cast. And yes, Cotton and her son are definitely gonna get closer. And one more thing, Cassie might have to beat up Andy, because Andy don't know. He ain't not good at hiding. He ain't good at running. He don't know what to do.
Cassie don't seem like the type that use hands. I think she just gets right to the violence.
Well, send him to get beat up, or send somebody to beat him up.
I don't think it's going to be a beat up.
You don't think she likes him still?
What?
No.
I think that was just a means to an end.
Would you still like him if he sold 15?
I mean, I wouldn't, but at the same time, you know, I'm a gangster, so at the end of the day, you're going to give me my money back. So I'm basically, you're my B now. And I'm being very nice. Jesus.
Okay. I think Andy's gonna go to Carlotta, and I think that's why we see them sitting at the table with one another and the guns get pulled out. So I think Andy's gonna go to Carlotta for help. I think Alex is gonna catch or think something's going on with Star and Noah. Like, she's gonna assume something or whatever, or be upset, and she's gonna go to Derek, and she's gonna end up hooking up with Derek. Because he's functioning now, so
And he's fine.
And
He's always been fine, though. Like, even
Yeah.
in that wheelchair. It's just
Always,
like, you
but
so
she
fine
just-
sitting down here?
he's so fine all the way down. I don't think we're gonna get a lot of answers about Angel this season. I think that's something we're gonna have to deal with next season. I think Cotton and her son something we'll deal with next season. But yeah, I think Take the 3 is gonna break up.
Yeah, same here. I feel like they're definitely gonna break up. I think we saw in the previews too where Star's gonna be joining the tour solo. So I'm like, well, shoot, this is what she's really been wanting. Let's be real here. It's gonna just continue, like, because it seemed like they kind of made up some at the funeral, but this is gonna be another issue, some more tension between her and Alex specifically. Because Simone, she clearly don't want to really be solo. She's got her other issues to worry about. And yeah, in the Carlotta versus Cassie, I think now we're beginning to understand even more. We'll see more of why Carlotta seems to have cut them off. You know, she don't deal with that side of the family. You know, I think in all black families we don't talk to that side.
Right.
We don't deal with that side. You
Those
know,
people
yeah,
that
okay. This is personal right now.
Triggered.
Yeah, I know, right? So I look forward to seeing that aspect as well. And I think that's about it. Yeah, Carlotta's gonna this is gonna fuel her to really get to managing, and she's gonna have on like her Boss B wig.
I can't wait to name them.
Bundos and a bundos. Okay, so that's all for us, you guys. And where can we find you?
You guys know, hit me up at Stiletto Jill everywhere. Let me know if you have any thoughts, opinions, things you want to discuss for the finale.
Yes.
Hey, you guys know to hit me up at Shawna O on Twitter and Instagram.
And I'm Drew Jones. You can hit me up on OK Drew J.
Again, I'm your lead host, Ivanna Williams. You can follow me on Twitter at Ivanna L. Williams. And thank you all so much for joining us. This has been the Star After Show on AfterBuzz TV. Bye. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.